Okay, guys, have you ever felt like everything is going great with a woman and then suddenly she vanishes like a magician's rabbit? You're not crazy and you are not alone. If you are tired of chasing women who ghost, flake, or just don't see your worth, keep watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. I help good men like you decode women so you can find, attract, and keep your keeper. Now, if you are done getting ghosted and ready to be the man who gets the girl and keeps his balls out of her purse, welcome to Just the Tip. Now, have you ever had that moment when you think everything's going great? Maybe you're on a date and things are going smoothly, everything feels right, and then poof, she vanishes. Well, men tell me this is one of the most confusing and frustrating feelings. I don't blame you. You're left staring at your phone, wondering where things went wrong. Well, the truth is, a lot of guys unknowingly do little things early on that inadvertently push women away long before things can actually bloom. So in this video, we're going to dive into 11 key behaviors that could be the reason she ghosted you. We're going to break it down, we're going to spot the warning signs, and make sure you are never left in the dark again. Now, even though men and women are the same in many ways, we are also different in some key areas. Understanding where we differ can help you avoid getting ghosted by a woman who might otherwise have been right for you. Now, by the way, even though I'm here to help you decode women and become the kind of man your ideal woman wants, and other men low-key admire, remember, it's not all about what you can do differently. Women need to step up and bring value to the table. And if she doesn't, you must disqualify her. Key point, no matter how hot she is, never show up without your standards. And remember to give yourself grace. No one taught you this stuff before. All right, let's dive in. 1, you overvalidated too soon. Maybe you were out there throwing compliments at her like Halloween candy. You're so beautiful. I've never met anyone like you. These kinds of compliments can be great after she's earned your respect, your honor, and your esteem. But if you barely know her and you are already treating her like a goddess, well, she figures you are valuing her on her looks or the curated version of her personality she's let you see so far. And that doesn't impress her. It cheapens you. So why does this backfire? Well, she didn't earn that praise, so it feels fake. Women respect men who don't hand out validation like free samples at the mall. For example, maybe you've been texting for 3 days and already calling her my love or future wifey. Now to her, that screams, this guy might be desperate. Key point, women value men with high standards. It makes them feel like if they can earn your attention and affection, not only are you high value, but she must be also. So what to do instead? Hold back on excessive compliments until she's earned them through her actions and character, not just her looks. Hint, they will mean all the more to her. So how this benefits you regardless of women? Well, you develop self-control and discernment, helping you value what truly matters and boosting your self-esteem. So question, are you guilty of over-validating women too soon? Fess up in the comments. 2, you tolerated disrespect. Maybe she was late or flaked a couple times or was mildly rude at your expense, and you stuck around without calling her out. You teach her how to treat you by what you allow. Why this backfires? She may have been testing your boundaries. If so, you failed. Now she knows she can walk all over you. Example, she forgot your date, showed up an hour late, and you not only waited for her, but you paid for her dinner. That's not love, that's doormat behavior. Key point, she can't respect you if you can't respect you, and she can't get wet for you if she can't respect you. What to do instead? Set clear boundaries and call out disrespect when you see it. Don't let bad behavior slide. How this benefits you regardless of women while you build self-respect and reinforce your personal boundaries, strengthening your character and self-worth. Question, have you ever tolerated disrespect from a woman? What happened? 3, you asked for her attention like an overly needy child. So texting good morning every day after you just met, or double texting or triple texting or asking why she hasn't replied when it's only been a few hours. I'm sorry, my friend, that is acting like a dog begging for treats. Now, why does this backfire? Well, because needy behavior turns off emotionally healthy women instantly. If she feels like you're emotionally dependent on her from the start, she's out. After all, most people assume the other person is on their best behavior at the beginning. And if you're this needy already, she assumes it will only get worse. Example, you send "what you doing" text and she doesn't reply. And then the next day you send "did I do something wrong?" Boom. Ghosted. Key point. Mother mode suppresses lover mode. What to do instead? Text less often. Keep it cool. Focus on your life instead of constantly seeking validation from her. How this benefits you. You become more emotionally independent, increasing your confidence and overall mental strength. Question: do you tend to get way too clingy way too early when you meet someone you like? 4. You got comfortable too fast. On the flip side, taking her for granted. Maybe you stopped trying. No more making an effort with your appearance. Maybe your texts got lazy or non-existent unless she messaged you first. You start acting like a worn out husband 2 weeks in. Sorry, guys. Just like over investing too soon is a major turnoff, so is under investing. If you're already phoning it in this early, she's thinking, yikes, how bad is this going to get in 6 months from now or later? This is one of the ways men and women operate differently. A man catches the prey and thinks, the work here is done. Meanwhile, a woman catches her prey and thinks, the work here has just begun. Why this backfires. Getting too comfy too soon equals boredom. This is another way men and women are built differently. Whereas many men are happy when their basic needs of respect, admiration, and appreciation, and genuinely being desired are met, women often crave more emotional and mental stimulation in their primary romantic relationships. So in the early stages, routine is the kiss of death. A woman is constantly scanning your current behavior for clues about your future effort. If things already feel stale now, she figures it's only downhill from here. For example, she used to get flirty banter. Now it's just, what you doing? Or maybe she wore some new lingerie once and you replied with cool or didn't even notice. She ghosted because you became way too predictable way too soon. Key point, an emotionally damaged woman will trade your affection for your reaction. If she can't get love, she will settle for drama. What to do instead? Well, keep up the effort. Make sure you're still showing interest, effort, and growth, even after the initial spark. Now, how does this benefit you, you're wondering? Well, you build consistency and discipline in all areas of your life, creating a stronger, more successful you. Question: have you ever stopped making an effort and taken a woman for granted? What happened? Share your stories. 5, you revealed too much too soon. Maybe you told her about your childhood trauma and your ex and how your boss is a jerk, all by date 2. Now here's the rub. Women say they want vulnerability, and they do, in moderation, at the right time. What they really need is strength with a side of depth. If you spill your guts before you've even shown her you've got your poop in a group, got your shit together, also known as you can handle life, she's probably thinking, wow, he's so emotionally available, along with, yikes, is this guy stable? Vulnerability only works when it's backed by proof you can handle your demons, not when you're still getting mugged by them in the street or at home. Why this backfires. Emotional dumping makes her feel like your mother, not your lover. Women want strength before vulnerability. Example, let's say she asks how your week was and you reply with a 5-paragraph essay about your anxiety and loneliness. She didn't sign up for a therapy session. Key point, no matter what they say, women don't want to be your emotional tampon. What to do instead? Keep the focus on strength first and save vulnerability for later. Once she sees your stability, how this benefits you. You cultivate emotional strength and self-reliance, giving you the resilience to tackle any challenge that comes your way. Question: have you ever expressed a vulnerability to a woman only to have her lose interest? Next up, you never lead the conversation. Maybe you kept asking what she wanted to do, what she wanted to talk about, where she wanted to go. Basically, you made her do all the emotional labor, which is hashtag mommy mode. Now, this can feel counterintuitive to many men. After all, you're asking her what she wants, right? Like, yes, but What a woman wants and what a woman needs are sometimes two different things. So why this backfires? Women need a man who leads. If you act like her personal assistant instead of taking initiative, she'll file you under not boyfriend material. For example, you say, "So, what do you feel like doing?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And you're like, "Well, I don't know either." Boom, boring, unmemorable, gone. Sorry. Key point. Women have a lower tolerance to stress than men do. And thanks to feminism, most modern women are juggling way more than they can effectively handle. They are taxed out. What to do instead? Lead the conversation and the date. Don't wait for her to steer things. How this benefits you, regardless of women, well, you're going to sharpen your leadership skills, boosting your confidence and making you more decisive in all aspects of your life. Question: do you find it difficult to lead a conversation? Do you know how to? Let me know. Next up, can't remember what number we're on. You tried too hard to impress her. So you flexed your job, your car, your gym routine. Basically, you turn the date into a LinkedIn pitch. This is another one that trips guys up, and fair enough. You know women have a checklist that's a mile long, so it seems logical to just roll out your highlight reel right away. But here's the catch. Women aren't moved by facts and logic. They are driven by what? Right, emotion. Why this backfires? It screams insecurity. If you're really confident, you would not need to feel the need to prove it. Women see right through that performance. For example, you are casually mentioning your six-figure income or your overseas trip or your personal trainer, all before the appetizers. Unless she's shallow or a gold digger, to her that's cringe, not cool. Key point: women speak 1,000 shades of hint and are always reading between the lines. So you don't need to tell her to sell her. What to do instead? Let your actions speak for themselves instead of listing off your achievements or wealth or whatever else. So how does this benefit you? Well, you learn to appreciate your own value without external validation, increasing your inner confidence and your sense of self-worth. Question: have you ever told a woman why you're a great catch only to have her slip away? Next up, you didn't create any sexual tension. You kept it polite, too polite, like an HR rep on a date. So what's the difference between the friend zone and the end zone? One word: tension, sexual tension. If she's not feeling that spark, that tingle, that pull, she's filing you under nice guy, not my guy. No heat, no chance. Now, why does it backfire? Well, if there's no flirtation, no teasing, no playful edge, there's no "our mingle makes me tingle." And without that spark, boom, you are benched in the dreaded friend zone, wondering what the heck just happened. Example: she leans in, you lean back. She makes a suggestive comment, you giggle like it's a joke. She wanted tension and you gave her a handshake. Key point: you can safely create sexual tension without sexual innuendo simply by teasing her. What to do instead? Inject flirtation, teasing, and light banter into the conversation to keep the sexual tension alive. You might want to watch my video on how to tease a woman. So, how does this benefit you? You become more charismatic and comfortable expressing attraction, which actually improves your social interactions and confidence everywhere else. Question: do you end up in the friend zone because creating sexual tension feels risky or awkward? Next up, you were emotionally overreactive. She didn't text for 5 hours and you flipped out. You sent 3 texts. You checked her Instagram story. You thought she was cheating when she's never given you any sign of that ever. Why this backfires? You look unstable. Emotional control is attractive. Emotional chaos isn't. Example: she replies, "Haha, okay," and you hit her with, "Are you mad at me?" You just talked your way out of the game, my friend. Key point: thoughtfully responsive is always more effective than emotionally reactive, even when you must choose anger or assertiveness as your response. What to do instead? Stay cool, calm, collected. Respond thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally. How does this benefit you? Well, you strengthen your emotional intelligence, helping you remain calm and rational under pressure in all situations. Question: have you ever jumped to conclusions and overreacting with a woman? Come on, fess up. Next up, You made her the center of your life. Every time she was free, you were free. You canceled your plans. You ignored your friends. You lived on standby for her. Nothing screams, "You're better than me," louder than putting her on a pedestal. And here's the worst part. If you act like she's the prize, she will believe it. The moment she sees herself as higher value than you, the clock starts ticking. Respect fades, attraction drops, and she starts wondering if she can do better. Why this backfires. Making her the center of your world isn't love, it's obsession or limerence. A man with no life is a man with no edge. Example, she says, "I might be free Sunday." You instantly drop your gym session, skip the game with the boys, and wait by your phone for a maybe. She never replies. Key point, women mirror your feelings about yourself. What to do instead? Keep your own life busy, independent, and fulfilling, and don't cancel your plans for her, even if you're an introvert and just want a night alone to yourself. How this benefits you? Well, you retain your independence and sense of purpose, leading to a more balanced, fulfilling life. Question, have you ever abandoned your own life to prioritize a woman? It is so common. Next up, you didn't read the signs. She went cold, gave one-word replies, delayed meeting up, but you kept pushing. Sometimes you're just not a match, and she clocks it before you do. While men tend to overlook a laundry list of red flags when a woman is hot, women always keep scanning for signs you're not the right fit. She's filtering for long-term potential while you're still distracted by her packaging. Why this backfires. Ignoring her signals doesn't show persistence. It shows a lack of awareness. Example, she hasn't responded in 2 days, and you're still sending memes like there's nothing wrong. She's already mentally moved on. Key point, hot does not equal compatible. What to do instead? Pay attention to her cues and respond accordingly. If she's pulling back or pulling away, give her some space. How this benefits you? Well, you develop self-awareness and emotional maturity, improving your ability to assess situations and make better decisions in all areas of your life. Question, have you ever ignored the signs because you simply didn't want to see them? Comment. Fellas, I know it's challenging to accept that ghosting isn't always random and that it's often the result of subtle, avoidable actions. But if you're always getting ghosted, it's time to ask yourself, are you leading with strength or with insecurity? Are you building mystery or smothering her with attention? If you fix those traps, you won't have to chase. She will come to you. And if you do all you can and she doesn't, then she wasn't the one for you. She doesn't meet your standards. If you never want to get ghosted again, you've got to become the kind of man women don't ghost, the kind they chase, the kind of man who chooses, not hopes. When you level up like this, women notice, but so does everyone else. And the best part, your life gets better with or without a woman in it. Nothing changes if you don't change anything. Luckily, I've got 2 options for you. QR code somewhere. Both options, self-study or one-on-one coaching, are designed to strengthen you as a man, not just your dating game. You'll build character, emotional resilience, and unshakable confidence that upgrade your entire life with or without a woman. And yes, you will get better with women too if that's what you want. The more affordable route, my Wake Up to Love self-study program, well, it will take some time, some effort, and yes, some serious homework. There is lots of homework, but it does work if you do the work. The faster path, one-on-one coaching, well, it is a bigger investment up front, but costs less in the long run than staying stuck in rejection, confusion, or another soul-sucking situationship, or renting. And no, I'm not just talking about the cost of money. So if you want to stop chasing and start choosing, scan the QR code for more information or to book a free discovery call with my team. Now, if you take just one thing from this video and use it to improve your life for you, I am so proud of you. You got this. Now go crush it. God bless.